What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the mother of all stocks, the holy grail, the big winner of 2020, Tesla. They are expected to release their most recent quarter earnings Wednesday after the bell. I want to talk about what's going to drive the price up over today, which already has, potentially tomorrow and Wednesday, and then where I see this stock going in the next coming months over the next couple of years, especially at the end. Stick around to the end, guys, because I got some insider news that I think is going to be, it's kind of funny, but it leads me to believe just exactly even how much further where this stock is going to go. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's get into it. First off, guys, I wanted to highlight this article right here. Tesla shares could hit 960 in early 2021. Company's biggest bull says. This was a new analyst, a new street research analyst that said the stock could hit a high, of $960. However, this article came out, if you look at this right here, January 21st of 2020. That was a year ago. And the stock was only trading at $100, maybe $105 a share. So to say potentially give a bold, expectation of 10x is just absolutely huge, and we're creeping on it, especially with earnings coming up. We're creeping on it, so it's just pretty cool to see, guys. So let's see what's been moving the stock today. It says right here in the note to clients, Baird analyst Ben Callow on Monday lifted his price target for Tesla to 728 from 488. That's about a 50% increase of a price prediction raised. I know it's 728 and we're already trading above that, but I just feel so many people have been behind trailing Tesla as it continues to ride up, and they've been trailing them. They're going to continue to trail them. Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives, meanwhile, sees a Goldilocks environment for tech stocks with the Biden administration. Pay attention to the Biden administration, because I'm going to mention that again at the end of the video, including Tesla, which Ives and other analysts see as benefiting from Biden's promise to pivot toward clean and renewable energy. Okay, so as we approach earnings, let's take a look at the last four earnings. They've beat every single one of them revenue. They've beat their earnings per share. We know that this is their highest revenue. We're going to get into that a little bit more. Let's see, Tesla is about $1 billion, $1 for a share. Just to give you a year-over-year earnings, it was $143 and 43 cents a year, or a year ago, 43 cents a share a year ago. So expectations that Tesla will continue to benefit from tailwinds related to demand for EVs, as well as support for shifting consumers away from combustible engines earlier this month, prompted Ives to raise his optimistic price target for Tesla to $12.50. Okay, so as many of you guys, and as much as I might be thinking that these other EV competitors, especially even GM and Ford, get involved, and obviously the ones over in China getting involved, but all that is going to do is it's not going to take away market share per se from Tesla, because the shift hasn't been made yet. Okay, once potentially there is a huge shift into EV and a huge, 60-70% of vehicles being sold are EVs, then yeah, maybe these other competitors will take away from market share, but right now, not at all. Okay, I put this stock price target at 1,500 towards the end of the year. If you really think about it, guys, I know that's like a $600-700 gain, but it's 50%. They did 700% last year. They're going to continue to dominate and dominate. Okay, this is another article I was reading. All right, it says we could have a big collapse for many reasons, including COVID, debt crisis, or autonomous vehicles encouraging people to ditch their cars and just take a robo-taxi. If any of those things happen, the transitions to EVs will accelerate considerably compared to the following analysis. However, the base case is that 100 million EV cars will be sold in 2025. Okay, Tesla will produce around 5 million vehicles in 2025. His theory behind it was very simple. At about 500,000 vehicles in each gigafactory and having about 10 gigafactories around the world, that's that 5 million. That's crazy because they did 500,000. All right, it's 2021, 2025, 4 years. Let's just call it 5 years. That's a 10x in production. Okay, so that's absolutely huge. So also, lastly, like I said earlier in this video, and I mentioned the Biden administration, right now we have a unified Congress, which means their green energy initiatives and perspectives will get passed so much sooner. And I came across this article, and I don't want to get political on this channel. It doesn't really matter what side you're on to me, as long as we're all benefiting this. We all can find value and make money in the stock market, obviously. But I found this to be hilarious. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has up to $1 million riding on Tesla's future success. The politician bought 25 call options on share in Elon Musk's electric vehicle company. She also made a bullish wager on Apple and Disney. If there's anything about these politicians, they have some pull in there. So this kind of just made me just kind of confirm my affirmations. I've always been bullish on Tesla. I kind of laughed at it when I saw it a little bit. But 25 call options, Tesla with strike price of 500, expiration date of March 18th, 2020. Her husband, Paul Pelosi, runs an investment firm. She's done this before with many other ones as well. So this might not be, the strike, like it says right here, this $500 strike price means the options are in the money, won't be worthless, even if Tesla's stock price treads water or falls below by a few $100. So it's not a crazy prediction, but just to see that, one, the Democrats and the Biden administration is completely bullish on exactly where they see the EV market going, and then now Nancy Pelosi is behind it, just kind of rides up to be even funnier. But let's take a look at the chart, guys. The last thing I want to mention in this is, we're seeing some consolidation here, but the last thing I want to mention in this is that there's been some reports saying, guys, is the earnings and the sales and the revenue and projections, is it going to warrant this insane pop up? And if you look here, it was trading at about $400 a share back in November. It started to uptrend a little bit. Then they got the news of the S&P 500. I personally, and I might be wrong, I'm wrong a lot of times in my life, guys, so don't quote it, but I don't considerably see that 100% gain from 400 to 800 to be solely, as a catalyst of earnings and revenue, because they got included in the S&P 500, okay, which that shifts over to buying and demand, or supply and demand and buying power and so forth. Naturally, all these S&P ETFs, they had no choice but to buy up massive amounts of shares, driving the stock price up. So when I read these articles, is it going to warrant a 700% increase? It's got to match, which they've always been way forward on a share or price per earnings, but I don't see that being too much of a catalyst and as an initiative to pull back. Yes, they're going to continually have to stay ahead of the game, grow, sell more vehicles, which they're 3 years ahead of everybody else in the EV market. So I'm not worried about it. I'm very bullish. Like I said, I can see that $1,500 by the end of the year. Leave a comment down below, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. Consider, subscribing and joining the family. I really appreciate it. Let me know how I did in this video, because I'm still kind of new. I've been over on Discord and stock forums and, and Twitter and so forth. I've been posting so much over the years, but being in front of cameras is totally different. So I appreciate it. That's it for this, guys, and I will see you in the next one.